long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night, from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
Do you want to be part of the action? Utah 1A Basketball is Utah's best show.
Order your shirts today at 1aball.com.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night, from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
Do you want to be part of the action? Utah 1A Basketball is Utah's best show.
Order your shirts today at 1aball.com.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
You are watching 1A State Championship Basketball presented by SUU on KSLSports.com. Check them out at SUU.edu. SUU to everywhere. This is the South Central Communications GigaFast pregame report, your local 1 gig internet provider. Let's take a look at the Water Canyon Wildcats. They come from Region 20. They finished 5th in the region and are 9th in the state with an 8-7 record. They are led by Melissa Jessup, who is one of the most exciting players in this tournament. She averages over 20 points per game, as well as Shanna Barlow and Kirsten Thompson, who are some other key contributors for the Wildcats. On the other side, we have the Whitehorse Raiders. They come from Region 23 and finished 2nd in their region. They are 8th in the state with a 14-8 record. They are led by Kaylee Tahoney and Heidi Thomas. The starting lineup for the Whitehorse Raiders, we have Heidi Thomas, Shelby Vascu, Kaylee Tahoney, Makita Sam, and Shania Mitchell. On the other side for the Water Canyon Wildcats, Shanna Barlow, Kirsten Thompson, Melissa Jessup. As Whitehorse looks for a quick layup.
Has a quick tip and a head down the floor for layup.
Jessup has the ball. Millie Barlow also joins them in the starting lineup for Water Canyon, as well as Martha Jessup to round out the starting 5 for Water Canyon. Baseline out of bounds for the Wildcats. Shanna Barlow on the inbounds, and it's quickly taken away by Heidi Thomas. She'll go the other way, coast to coast, misses the layup. Rebound brought down by Kirsten Timpson. quick hands by Thomas to force the steal, just not able to connect on the other end.
That's one thing you want to watch with this Raider team. They like to run. They'll get up the floor really quick.
The three is good by Shanna Barlow, for the Wildcats to give them a quick 3-0 lead. 3-2 zone for Water Canyon to start. Kaylee Tahoney's no good on her attempt from three and rebounded down to Melissa Jessup. Whitehorse sets up in a 2-3 zone. I'll swing it around up top. Barlow takes the mid-range jumper, no good, and rebounded by Shania Mitchell. Heidi Thomas looks inside for Shelby Vascu, but tipped out of bounds off of Water Canyon. It stays with Whitehorse, baseline out of bounds. Off the inbound, no good by McKeedy Sam. And Water Canyon comes away with a loose ball, headed the other way. Melissa Jessup finds Shanna Barlow outside, who is unable to connect on the three, and the Raiders will take it the other way.
Great save in bounds by Melissa Barlow. Or not Melissa Barlow, Melissa Jessup.
She gets the tip and then athletically is able to stay inbounds and throw it back in while finding a teammate. Sometimes risky to save it under your own basket, but she gets away with it.
Yeah, definitely.
There is Jessup in the corner. She swings it back up top to Barlow, who finds Kirsten Timpson, who's no good on the jumper. A good little Euro step by Kaylee Tahoney, but she's unable to finish. And the Wildcats corral the rebound. Not much going on offense for either team so far. A three by Shanna Barlow is the only basket of the game. 3-0 lead for Water Canyon as the pass inside is tipped out of bounds off Whitehorse, and we get our first substitution of the game. Shunba Bagley checks in, and Shania Mitchell heads to the bench. There's Heidi Thomas with her second steal of the game. Unable to finish on the drive.
Raiders, I think, are wanting a little bit of a foul with a little contact on that, but no whistle.
She drove in, came into the body. There was some contact. Tough bang-bang play, but no whistle as Water Canyon gets an offensive rebound but can't finish.
Raiders, if you bring that ball down, they're going to get a hand on it. They've got to protect that ball and not bring it down.
We've seen how active they've been, and McKeedy Sam gets the Raiders on the board with a Bryce Canyon City three-point shot. A long two. So still trailing by one. Long two from Sam, but they are on the board. Water Canyon sets up on the right wing. And Shanna Barlow draws the foul. She'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Makita Sam, picks up the foul. Barlow no good on the first free throw. She averages 6.1 points per game. Already with an early three. And she goes 0 for 2 from the line, but Jasmine LaCourty comes down with the offensive rebound. LaCourty in the corner. Pass tipped away, and the third steal for Heidi Thomas. She'll take it the other way. Sam unable to connect on her long two. Melissa Jessup takes it coast to coast. Unable to finish, but draws the foul. She'll head to the line for 2 free throws. Heidi Thomas picks up her first foul.
Melissa Jessup at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line misses her first.
Shunbar Bagley heads to the bench. Shania Mitchell will check back in. The second free throw is good for Melissa Jessup. 4-2 lead for Water Canyon. Just over 5 minutes into the first quarter. Drive from the corner by Kaylee Tahoney. Back up top to Sam for a jumper, no good. And Melissa Jessup, active early, comes down with the rebound and heads the other way. She'll take it all the way off the glass for 2. Melissa Jessup up to 3 points after hitting the free throw just before. 6-2 lead for Water Canyon. And Whitehorse wants to talk things over. They'll take a timeout, and so will we.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit BryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
Bryce Canyon Half Marathon, 13.1 miles of fun. The race starts at Bryce Canyon City, runs through Bryce Canyon National Park, and finishes in Cannonville. Early registration is open now. Race runs the second Saturday in July.
You are watching 1A State Championship Basketball presented by Quality Inn Richfield on 1aball.com. Make the Quality Inn Richfield your home away from home. 2 turnovers, 1 by each team out of the timeout. Jasmine LaCourty came up with a steal for Water Canyon, but they turned it over with a travel. So Whitehorse sets back up. Shelby Vasker with the drive. No good. Just inside the free throw line. But Shania Mitchell comes down with the rebound. Good move by Heidi Thomas. She'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line on 159 North Main in Panguitch. Thomas has had an active first quarter, her first point already with 3 steals. Good job creating pressure on the defensive end. She averages 11 points and puts in 2 free throws to bring it within 2 for Whitehorse. Water Canyon offline on the 3 is Barlow. The rebound by Mitchell, and she is fouled by Melissa Jessup. Melissa Jessup will check out, and Martha Jessup checks back in. That was the first foul on Melissa. tipped ball by LaCourty.
Gordy, quick hands, long reach. Almost came up with that steal.
They put her up top on that zone, that 3-2 zone. She's on the wing. She had a turnover just as we came out of the timeout a minute ago and almost causes another one there.
It's almost like you need to drive up to her and then pass, fake high, pass low, or pass low and fake low, pass high, because she'll get a hand on it.
There is the turnover forced by Water Canyon. Shanna Barlow takes it the other way. Into the corner with Millie Barlow. Again, we see that pressure from Heidi Thomas up top. The Wildcats have not been able to get much going on her side of the floor. Speaking of Heidi Thomas, her 4th steal of just the first quarter. She slows it down but gets it going back inside. Unable to connect, and Martha Jessup settles the rebound. 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter, 6-4. Neither team able to get any rhythm going offensively. Good active hands by both defenses as we see a foul on Shania Mitchell. 3rd team foul on Whitehorse, Mitchell's first. As Shelby Vascu heads to the bench. Cadence Lansing checks in. Millie Barlow checks out for Water Canyon. Good find inside, but Melissa Jessup unable to finish, and a tie-up will keep it with Water Canyon with 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Quick inside to LaCourty, who's blocked. Martha Jessup able to come up with it, but loses it out of bounds. Whitehorse basketball with 9 seconds in the first period. 5 seconds, Heidi Thomas up top. Passes to the wing. Kaylee Tahoney, the deep 3, no good, and that will end the first quarter. Water Canyon 6, Whitehorse 4. We'll send it to a break.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Hey Mom, I'm going to Sydney's.
Hello? What about the fridge?
You are watching a Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games presentation of 1A State Championship basketball. Register today at utahsummergames.org. Start of the second quarter. Water Canyon leads Whitehorse 6-4. Early 3 up top is no good by Makita Sam, and it will head the other way to Water Canyon. Sam did have a long 2 in the first period. Unable to connect on anything else since. Some pressure to start the second quarter by Whitehorse. Water Canyon deals with it. A hard drive inside. Melissa Jessup, the and one. She'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. You could see a little hole. She hit it hard and drove through. gets the contact and just kind of launches it up. A rainbow shot falls in.
It dropped in. Yeah, it looked like it was going over, too, with her momentum, but it came back down and dropped in.
Jessup up to 5 points. And a turnover by Whitehorse. A little confusion from Whitehorse on whether they want to full court press or not. They came out with the press to start the second quarter, but they call it off after the and one by Jessup, and LaCourty hits the three. So 2 quick buckets for Water Canyon. That is a Bryce Canyon City three-pointer.
They can't leave LaCourty open. She will hit that shot. They've got to get a hand in her face.
LaCourty averages 7 a game. And Water Canyon will be stopped on the break by a double dribble. Ball back to Whitehorse. Quick 5-0 run to start the second quarter gives Water Canyon an 11-4 lead. As a substitution sends Millie Barlow in for Martha Jessup.
Thomas, quick on the dribble.
She finds Cadence Lansing, who brings it back up top. Down low inside, and it is Lansing who gets called for an offensive 3 seconds.
You know, that's a play you don't see, or a call you don't see a lot of 3 seconds anymore. We saw one in the Region 20 tournament, and then within 30 seconds we saw another one on the other side of the floor. I think they were trying to compensate for one on the other.
Melissa Jessup no good on the jumper. And Whitehorse turns it over on the other end, trying to move the ball inside. Shanna Barlow brings it up and hits Kirsten Timpson. LaCourty again from the corner for 3, no good. And Heidi Thomas takes the rebound the other way. This time she's able to connect for 2. 4 points for Heidi Thomas makes it a 5-point game. Thomas has given herself quite a few drives off of steals and quick rebounds. That's the first one she's able to connect on. Whitehorse gets another stop. Chance to make a little run and chip away at what was a 7-point lead. Shanna Barlow picks up the foul on the rebound. That is Barlow's first, team third, and a timeout. 11-6 for Water Canyon. We will take a timeout as well.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese and Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese.
Welcome back to a Garcane Energy presentation of 1A State Championship basketball on Local10.tv. Garcane Energy, a Touchstone Energy Corporation. Whitehorse with another basket out of the timeout. Kaylee Tahoney with her first 2 trims it to a 1-possession game. Good job on the last few possessions by Whitehorse to get inside, create some looks at the rim. 4-0 run. as the Whitehorse crowd now gets into it with a defense chant. Water Canyon tries to deal with the 2-3 zone. Inside is Melissa Jessup, unable to finish. And rebound gathered by Cadence Lansing. Heidi Thomas cross-court pass. And it's brought back up with Kaylee Tahoney. Back to Thomas, who looks for a three. No good. And Melissa brings down the rebound. Melissa's taken a few of those rebounds coast to coast and gotten some good looks, been able to finish on a few, not able to get anything inside there, but she'll take it back to the rim and miss the lay-in. After a quick 5 points to start the second quarter for Water Canyon, they have gone cold, and Whitehorse has been the team to score the last 4, but turn it over on that possession. Melissa Jessup with a good drop-off pass. Kirsten Timpson missed the jumper, and Jessup missed the layup, so Whitehorse sends it the other way. Her feet on the line. Makita Sam, no good. Millie Barlow holds it up top. Deflection out of bounds from Kaylee Tahoney will keep it with Water Canyon as we see some subs. Shanna Barlow and Martha Jepson check back in for Water Canyon. And Shania Mitchell enters the game for Whitehorse. Back into the game, Shanna Barlow no good. But Jessup, who has been very active the last few minutes, gets the offensive rebound. And the Wildcats set it back up top. Some more quick hands from Heidi Thomas will send us the other way. Back out to Thomas for three, no good. And Melissa with the rebound.
Jessup with that long reach on the rebound just kind of reached up and snagged that ball. Looks like it's going to go long, but she pulled it down.
It seems like every loose ball the last few minutes we've seen Melissa in the middle of it, coming away with a lot of them.
Yeah, exactly.
A tie-up, or it looks like
timeout.
The refs give a timeout to Whitehorse. So we will take a quick break with 2:13 remaining in the first half.
Jones and Mill is much more than civil engineering.
We're shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West.
Shaping new opportunities for work and play.
And shaping the communities that we're proud to be a part of.
We're Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Legacy Ace Hardware and Sporting Goods, 159 North Main in Panguitch. Come in and visit us for all your hardware and sporting good needs. Legacy Ace Hardware, proudly supporting Utah High School athletics. Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
There you go. We're back.
We are back, and you are watching a Jones and DeMille Engineering presentation of 1A Championship Basketball on Local10.tv and 1aball.com. Check them out at jonesandDeMille.com. DeMille.com.
Close. Great supporters of all these communities. They do a lot of projects in our communities, government projects, school buildings, roads, water projects. Great company.
Great company and a great block by Martha Jessup. but Water Canyon turns it over on the break. Just under 2 minutes to play in a 3-point game. Defense has been the storyline in this one, as neither team able to find any rhythm offensively, as Heidi Thomas comes up empty on the Bryce Canyon City 3-point attempt. Water Canyon circles it around and brings it back up top with Timpson. Now Melissa Barlow
Jessup tries to get around Thomas on top, but Thomas is so quick. She's having a little hard time getting that first step. And there Thomas kind of getting up in the defense gets called for the foul.
That is Thomas's second foul, and we see Jasmine LaCourty check back in for Water Canyon, and Millie Barlow goes to the bench with 1:07 in the first half. Melissa Jessup calling for it down low, and she gets it but unable to finish. And Water Canyon brings down the rebound. Thomas will pull up for another three. She's had a couple of attempts in the last few minutes, unable to connect, but it will stay with Water Canyon. The corner three attempt, no good by Kaylee Tahoney, and out of bounds off Whitehorse, gives the ball to Water Canyon. .30 seconds remaining in what's been a low-scoring first half. Off the mark by Shanna Barlow. Heidi Thomas with 4 points. Controls the ball up top and looks inside, but Kaylee Tahoney unable to come down with it.
Melissa Jessup got tripped up.
The fast break, only 4 seconds remaining. We will get a jump ball.
Yeah, Jessup got tripped up on that last one, but it wasn't the trip that made me go, oh. She kind of fell down into another player. Looked like she hit her head off somebody's knee, but maybe she didn't.
A little confusion on the jump ball as to who gets possession, but after talking it over, Whitehorse will get the ball. Has to go the length of the floor in just 4.3 seconds. Heidi Thomas at midcourt, just passed. Launches the three, but off the backboard and no good. Coming up will be the Southern Utah University halftime report, so stick around. We will take a quick break. 11-8, Water Canyon lead.
Our Richfield Hotel, located just off Interstate 70, is a short drive from attractions like the Big Rock Candy Mountain, Fremont Indian State Park, Fish Lake National Forest, the Great Western Trail, and the Paiute ATV Trail. Located near the Sevier Valley Center, make the Quality Inn Richfield your home for the tournaments. Don't stress trying to video the games yourself. Relax and enjoy the game. Get your copy of these games on high-definition Blu-ray from RK Siren Video Services. First game only $15 and $10 for each additional game.
Fiber Gig Internet. Reliability, fast download, and upload speeds. Connect all of your devices all of the time. Fast, reliable, plus industry-leading Wi-Fi equals the best internet experience. Upgrade to Gig Internet for $7 per month. Fiber Gig Internet from South Central Communications.
Hi, I'm Tori and I love Southern Utah University. Let me show you why. The classes. The traditions. This is our SUU. Join us.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org.
Welcome back. It is time for the Southern Utah University halftime report. Water Canyon currently holds an 11-8 lead over Whitehorse. It was Shanna Barlow who got things started early for the Wildcats with a quick three. That is her only points of the game. Water Canyon is led by Melissa Jessup, who has 5, and Jasmine LaCourty got into the action late in the second quarter with a 3. That is where all 11 points come from for Water Canyon. On the other side of the floor, we have Heidi Thomas, who leads the way with 4 points for the Raiders. She also had 4 steals in the first half. She has been very active defensively. Kaylee Tahoney and Makita Sam have chipped in 2 points apiece for the Raiders. Not a lot of offense so far. Both teams active defensively. Both playing a zone, but not letting anything happen inside. No team able to find a rhythm. We'll see what adjustments can be made for both offenses as we come back, when we come back for the second half. But that is the Southern Utah University halftime report, brought to you by SUU. Check them out at www.suu.edu. SUU to everywhere.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night, from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
Do you want to be part of the action? Utah 1A Basketball is Utah's best show.
Order your shirts today at 1aball.com.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night, from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
Do you want to be part of the action? Utah 1A Basketball is Utah's best show.
Order your shirts today at 1aball.com.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit BryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
Bryce Canyon Half Marathon, 13.1 miles of fun. The race starts at Bryce Canyon City, runs through Bryce Canyon National Park, and finishes in Cannonville. Early registration is open now. Race runs the second Saturday in July.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Hey Mom, I'm going to Sydney.
Hello? What about the fridge?
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese.
Jones and DeMille is much more than civil engineering.
We're shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West.
Shaping new opportunities for work and play.
And shaping the communities that we're proud to be a part of.
We're Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Legacy Ace Hardware and Sporting Goods, 159 North Main in Panguitch. Come in and visit us for all your hardware and sporting good needs. Legacy Ace Hardware, proudly supporting Utah high school athletics. Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Our Richfield Hotel, located just off Interstate 70, is a short drive from attractions like the Big Rock Candy Mountain, Fremont Indian State Park, Fish Lake National Forest, the Great Western Trail, and the Paiute ATV Trail. Located near the Sevier Valley Center, make the Quality Inn Richfield your home for the tournaments. Don't stress trying to video the games yourself. Relax and enjoy the game. Get your copy of these games on high-definition Blu-ray from RK Sire Video Services. First game only $15 and $10 for each additional game.
Fiber Gig Internet. Reliability, fast download, and upload speeds. Connect all of your devices all of the time. Fast, reliable, plus industry-leading Wi-Fi equals the best internet experience. Upgrade to Gig Internet for as little as $7 per month. Fiber Gig Internet from South Central Communications. Fiber Gig Internet. Reliable.
Welcome back to a Bryce Canyon Half Marathon presentation of championship basketball on 1A.com. We are ready for the final 16 minutes between Water Canyon and Whitehorse. We have a close game on our hands, 11-8, low scoring, but neither team able to create any separation in the first half. Water Canyon starts.
They're getting some good looks at the basket, too. They just can't get them to fall.
There have been good looks. Neither team shooting very well from the field. As Water Canyon empty on their first possession, and Heidi Thomas goes in for Whitehorse to draw the foul on the other end. Baseline out of bounds. Kaylee Tahoney inbounds to Heidi Thomas, who gets her shot tipped. And the Wildcats go the other way. There is Melissa Jessup, who has taken it coast to coast quite a few times in this game, and she draws some contact to go to the foul line. The Legacy Ace Hardware free throw is good. One more for Melissa. And she goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. 13-8 lead for Water Canyon. Heidi Thomas's pass just over the hands of Vascu, and Melissa Jessup the other way with a great look. No good, but Jessup sticks around to clean it up, and 4 quick points for her out of the break. And the Wildcats open up a 7-point lead. Whitehorse wants to talk things over, not the start they were hoping for coming out of halftime. They trail by 7. Timeout, and so will we.
Hi, I'm Tori, and I love Southern Utah University. Let me show you why. The classes. The traditions. This is our SUU. Join us.
Welcome back to 1A Championship Basketball, brought to you by Blackburn Propane on 1aball.com and KTTA 8.1. The 3 is no good out of the timeout by Thomas, and Water Canyon takes advantage on the fast break. Kirsten Timpson with her first 2, and a 6-0 run to start the second half. In the first minute and a half opens up a 9-point lead for Water Canyon. Ball tipped out of bounds by Jasmine LaCourie. Will stay with Whitehorse, and a substitution sees Cadence Lansing come into the game for Shania Mitchell. Inside out into the corner, and the 3 is no good by Heidi Thomas. Melissa Jessup heads the other way. Another drive and another foul will send Melissa Jessup to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Jessup no good on the first free throw. She's been to the line a lot today, been strong attacking the basket. She had an and 1 earlier in the game and is already shooting her 3rd and 4th free throws of this quarter. She's no good on both. 9 points on the day for Melissa Jessup to lead all scorers. Heidi Thomas on the drive, throws up the off-balance shot, no good, and the fast break the other way. Water Canyon again. Melissa Jessup off the good find from Shanna Barlow. And Water Canyon has come storming out of the gates in this second half to open up a double-digit lead. Whitehorse unable to get anything going on offense. And again, come up empty on the shot, but the offensive rebound brought down by Bagley. And Heidi Thomas works her way to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line on 159 North Main in Panguitch. Thomas hit 2 free throws in the first quarter, misses the first, and some substitutions in the game. Millie Barlow comes in for Martha Jessup, and Kaylee Tahoney heads to the foul line, and Lamia Benally comes in for the Raiders. 0 for 2 for Heidi Thomas. Still in the zone. Water Canyon misses the three. That's Jasmine LaCourty. And Whitehorse will bring it the other way, looking to get their first basket in what has been about a 6 to 7 minute drought going all the way back to the second quarter. Heidi Thomas bats around the offensive rebound, ultimately comes away with it, and a block by Melissa Jessup. And Water Canyon corrals the rebound and goes the other way. Jessup loses it for a second, but gets it back. A little give and go action inside. Jessup's shot just off the front iron. Heidi Thomas up top. Over to Makita Sam. And the long arms of Melissa Jessup and Millie Barlow inside have made it hard for Whitehorse to get anything going. As we see another turnover from Whitehorse, and Water Canyon will settle with the baseline out of bounds play after Heidi Thomas comes up with the deflection. Inbound to Kirsten Timpson, who finds Melissa and sets it back up with Timpson. Melissa will attempt a three. It's long. Offensive rebound by Martha Jessup, but she eventually called for the foul. Her second foul.
You know, that's tough. I think, you know, you've got the height. The ball's just right there in front of the person in front of you. And you try to grab it, but you get called that over the back. I was always on perimeter, so I wouldn't know what that feels like, but I imagine it's like, I just want to grab that ball.
Me and you, we're used to the people just reaching over top of us,
yeah, exactly,
picking the rebounds from over our heads, as Water Canyon gets the steal and another jump ball. We've seen quite a few of those today. The ball will stick with Water Canyon. Whitehorse will retain possession. And they'll find Thomas in the corner. She goes inside hard off the backboard and brought the other way by the Wildcats. A little give and go action finds Melissa Jessup in the corner for a Bryce Canyon City three-pointer. Jessup gave it to Shanna Barlow, who found Jessup back in the corner for three. Jessup up to 9 points in the third quarter alone. 14 total on the day. And another turnover by Whitehorse. We went into halftime 11-8. And Water Canyon has come out on an 11-0 run in the second half to build a 14-point lead. And Melissa Jessup back-to-back three-pointers in the same corner. She is feeling it from deep and leading Water Canyon in this first round game.
I mean, the score just exploded here in the third quarter.
Both teams defensively were active in the first half, but whatever adjustments Water Canyon made in the second half have worked, and it's all started with Melissa Jessup. Whitehorse finds Vascu at the free throw line, who takes one dribble and banks it home for the first basket of the second half for the Raiders. Stops a 14-0 run. Water Canyon, 3 threes in a row. This time it is Shanna Barlow, her second of the day. That is a Bryce Canyon City three-pointer. I wonder if there's a hoop in the locker room for Water Canyon that they just were practicing on all halftime.
They must have been practicing or something. You know, but they had good shots in the first half, both teams, and they're taking good shots, but they're starting to fall.
Water Canyon has been the team to find a rhythm, and they cannot be stopped in this third quarter. They've poured on 17 points in the first 7 minutes of the second half. As the first free throw is good by Kaylee Tahoney at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Lane violation. We'll give the ball to Water Canyon. Just over a minute remaining in the third quarter. And the Wildcats have built a 17-point lead. There's Tahoney active with the steal and looks ahead to Makita Sam, who is unable to finish. And Melissa Jessup gathers the rebound and goes the other way. Water Canyon circles it around the perimeter. Melissa Jessup, she had hit 2 in a row from the same spot, unable to connect on that one, and a loose ball fought for will be given underneath with a foul on, looks like Millie Barlow of Water Canyon. Fourth team foul on the Wildcats. The short jumper is no good by Tahoney. And the Wildcats will slow it down with just 3 seconds remaining. Melissa Jessup again to end the third quarter. She finishes with 14 points in the third period to lead the Wildcats to a big 19-point lead. We'll take a break. On the other side, we will have the fourth quarter.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The games are hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
Welcome back to a Utah Independent Bank presentation of 1A Championship basketball on Local 10.TV and KTTA 8.1. A quick jump ball to start the fourth quarter will favor the Raiders. This game was close at halftime, with Water Canyon only holding a 3-point lead, but outscoring the Raiders 19-3 in the third quarter built them a 19-point cushion. heading into the final frame, and another steal by the Wildcats. Melissa Jessup just moved her pivot foot on the break. Melissa has a little bit of room for error in this game after scoring 14 points in the third quarter and giving her 19 on the day. She's been the real leader for this team.
You know, when you see somebody on your team do that, kind of take the lead, I think it releases a little bit of pressure from the others to where, you know, they don't feel that pressure like they've got to find a basket because nobody's scoring. Once that one person kind of breaks out, I think it loosens everybody else up.
Kaylee Tahoney with the 2. And we've seen that by Jessup, by Melissa, as she hit back-to-back threes in the third quarter, and then the next time down, Shanna Barlow, she got in the action by hitting one herself as Kirsten Timpson is fouled, and we'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. But Melissa, it's not just been that she's scored. She's been active rebounding defensively and on the loose ball. She's led the way with her energy, and that's created what's led to 19 points for her. So she set the tone on all aspects for Water Canyon. First free throw no good by Timpson. And the other one rattles out. Rebound corralled by Whitehorse. Ball batted around and finds its way in the hands of Shania Mitchell, who gets fouled by Martha Jessup, and she'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Mitchell will bank in the free throw for her first point of the game, and some substitutions for Water Canyon.
Mitchell averaging 4 points a game, 7 rebounds per game.
Mitchell off the back iron on the second free throw, and there is Melissa Jessup active again on the glass. Goes out of bounds off Whitehorse. Ball to the Wildcats. 6.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. This has been the fourth game of the day on the women's side of the 1A bracket.
And we'll have updates. The bracket will be updated automatically on our website, 1aball.com. You have the boys page and the girls page. And you can see what's happening in the other gym, too. That's Sevier Valley Center.
Winner of this game, which it looks like will be Water Canyon, barring a major comeback, will play Paiute, who took care of business against Manila just before this. Panguitch also beat Valley in the first game of the morning, and they will play Wayne, who beat Altamont. A timeout taken will send us to a break. We will be back shortly.
Do you want to be part of the action? Utah 1A Basketball is Utah's best show.
Order your shirts today at 1aball.com.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
Welcome back to Richfield High School. You are watching a Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Championship basketball on 1aball.com. Water Canyon inbounds the ball with just under 6 minutes remaining and a 16-point lead. Ball just out of the outstretched hands of Melissa Jessup.
I think they're saying it's tipped. I don't think it was tipped.
A lot of noise.
Yeah, the Raiders voicing their displeasure with that call. And Shelby Vasquez was like, what? Didn't touch it?
Shanna Barlow was the one who threw it. And doesn't matter as Whitehorse gets the ball back on a Melissa Jessup travel.
That pass went way past the official. Did you see him sprint it down? A quick move. He's still got some speed in them feet.
Even after running for 3.5 quarters.
Yeah, a bunch of quarters.
Corner 3 is no good by Tahoney, but Heidi Thomas brings down the rebound.
LaCourty, you're not going to pass it over the top of her.
Good move inside, but Tahoney unable to finish. And Water Canyon grabs the rebound. LaCourty will take the baseline mid-range jumper and no good. Whitehorse has numbers. They look ahead to Makita Sam, who will take and miss the long jumper. Loose ball brought down by Water Canyon. Look ahead to Melissa Jessup, who finishes for another 2. That gives her 21 on the day. She comes into the game averaging 20.5 points and hits that average on the 2 and then gets in a tie-up on the other end. The ball will stay with Whitehorse. Baseline out of bounds. Tahoney looking for somebody to throw it into, finds Sam up top. Thomas will take the 3. And Tahoney grabs the offensive rebound, puts it up, and she misses, but another offensive rebound for the Raiders. And the Wildcats eventually able to grab one down. Melissa Jessup looks ahead, and Barlow finds Martha Jessup, who misses, but Melissa Jessup again grabs the rebound, but took some extra steps. Basket waved off. We'll head the other way. Raider basketball.
A little delay on the whistle, but it's the right call.
It was. She did.
He saw it and had to process it and like, I was trouble.
wanted to let her see the ball go through the hoop and then take away her 22nd and 20, what would have been her 22nd and 23rd points.
Cullen on our camera here, he used to be an official. He's nodding. Sometimes there's just that delay between what you see and what hits the whistle. When the whistle goes, you got to replay that in your mind, and then the whistle comes sometimes.
As long as you make the right call, right? Doesn't matter if there's a delay. The long 2 is missed by Kirsten Timpson. Melissa Jessup able to come up with a loose ball and finishes for another 2 to add to her tally. 23 of the 34 points for Melissa Jessup. Heidi Thomas misses off the front iron, and rebound grabbed by Martha Jessup. What was a 3-point lead at halftime has blossomed into 20 points as the offense has got going for the Wildcats in the second half. Off the mark there, but they have put up 23 points in the second half after only having 11 at the break, and they've kept it up on the defensive end, holding Whitehorse to just 6 points in the second half.
So it makes you wonder that one team maybe had a offensive dry spell and a strong defensive stand, or or is one team having a bad offensive struggle and a bad defensive stand? I don't even know if I said that right, but I think you know what I mean.
It's been a little bit of both, as Water Canyon, they were in a slump in the first half, but has seen their defense lead to offense in the second half as Whitehorse signals for a timeout with just under 3 to play. We'll take a quick break.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activity, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit brycecanyoncityut.gov.
Welcome back to this Bear Lake Realty presentation of 1A Championship Basketball on Local10.tv and KTTA 8.1. Heidi Thomas rims out on the jumper, as Water Canyon has taken care of business in this 8-9 matchup with Whitehorse. Water Canyon, the 9 seed in the tournament. Whitehorse, the 8, after finishing second in Region 23. It's been a tough day for Whitehorse on the offensive side of the ball. They normally score 49 a game as they get a turnover and will head to the free throw line. But they're 35 points off their season average.
Yeah, that's an indicator that offensively they're just struggling. But also maybe it's a credit to the Water Canyon Wildcats, and their defense has just been good enough to slow that down, and maybe the matchups are a little different than they're used to, too.
It is a hard matchup for Whitehorse, as a ton of length coming from Water Canyon has made it hard to get anything going inside. Anytime they try to hit an entry pass, the ball seems to be getting tipped or they're unable to come away with it.
And she gets her second free throw.
Kaylee Tahoney, 2 for 2 at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Martha Jessup called for a travel on the inside. Just under 2 to play. Be sure to stick around following the final buzzer for the Ruby's Inn postgame report and the Visit BryceCanyonCity.com player of the game. We have an idea who that might be, as Shelby Vascu gets fouled and will head back to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Martha Jessup sees her day end with a 5th foul. And Jasmine LaCourty will take her spot as Jessup heads to the bench. 2 shots for Shelby Vascu, who has 2 points on the day. And she misses the first. No good on the second, and LaCourty brings down the rebound. She is fouled. 5th team foul and second on Kaylee Tahoney, so no free throws for Water Canyon. Heidi Thomas, those quick hands, comes up with a steal, but Melissa Jessup lets her know that she's not getting that three-pointer off. Another block for Melissa Jessup. Jessup settles the ball up floor, goes around the back, and hits Millie Barlow in the corner.
You know, Water Canyon doesn't need to hurry things. They just need to run some time off the clock.
Just over a minute remains before they advance.
You know, that's a big deal to advance in this game, especially here in the high school gym. If you lose the first day, you stay on the consolation side of the bracket, and I don't think you ever get back over to the Sevier Valley Center. So I think that's a built-in incentive to try to win this game today so you can get over into the arena and play in the Sevier Valley Center. So, all right, what do you have for us? Where are we going?
Well, we will take a break with just 59.2 remaining, and on the other side, we will wrap up this game. We'll take a break.
Bryce Canyon Half Marathon, 13.1 miles of fun. The race starts at Bryce Canyon City, runs through Bryce Canyon National Park, and finishes in Cannonville. Early registration is open now. Race runs the second Saturday in July.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills
And we are back with a minute remaining and another timeout by Water Canyon as they cannot get the ball inbounded. We will keep it here as we just had a timeout. Water Canyon, they will have Paiute waiting for them as we just were talking about at the Sevier Valley Center. Should be a tough matchup as Paiute is the number one team in the bracket, but a great start for Water Canyon. You love to see a big win heading into a tough matchup with the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, and if you can play off that momentum, bring it into your next game. You know, if you think about it, you've only got to put 4 games together here in this tournament to put a state championship in your trophy case at home at your high school. Put together 4 games. That's the simplistic way of looking at it, but
with defense like this, they might be able to pull it off against Paiute. It'll be a fun matchup with Cassidy Westwood and Melissa Jessup. 2 great scorers and facilitators for their team as Jessup dribbles the ball up top. She has 23 on the day. Some good pressure from Whitehorse.
And a hand check.
A little too much pressure by Heidi Thomas. And she has fouled out of the game. So her day will end with 4 points. And Lamia Benally will check into the game for the remaining 32 seconds. Melissa at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for a 1-and-1. And she connects on the first. Water Canyon sends a sub to the scores table. She will check in for Melissa Jessup as her day ends with 25 points. .20 lead for Water Canyon as the ball is tipped back out for Whitehorse. And Benally is no good on her attempt, but another foul with just 10 seconds remaining. Foul assessed to Kirsten Timpson, her third. At the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, Benally puts in the first free throw for her first point of the game. Legacy Ace Hardware on 159 North Main in Panguitch. And the second free throw rattles out. Millie Barlow grabs the rebound, and we will watch the final seconds tick away. And there is the final buzzer. Water Canyon advances past Whitehorse with a controlling 36-17 lead. Stick around. Coming up after the break, we will have the Rubies Inn postgame report and the Visit BryceCanyonCity.com player of the game. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Hey Mom, I'm going to Sydney.
Hello? What about the fridge?
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese and Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese.
Jones and DeMille is much more than civil engineering.
We're shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West.
Shaping new opportunities for work and play.
And shaping the communities that we're proud to be a part of.
We're Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Welcome back. It is time for the Rubies Inn post-game report with Water Canyon and Whitehorse. It was Water Canyon who led the way, taking a 39-22 victory with them, and they will advance to the second round to face the Paiute Thunderbirds. It was Melissa Jessup who got things rolling for the Wildcats. She finished with 25. She had 20 of those in the second half. Jasmine LaCourty and Shanna Barlow each had 6 themselves. Barlow had 2 threes. LaCourty had 1. And Kirsten Thompson had 2 points to give the Wildcats 39. On the other side for Whitehorse, not able to get much going offensively with the long, lengthy defense from Water Canyon. It was Kaylee Tahoney who had 6 for the Raiders. And Lamia Benally had 1 coming in late in the game. Heidi Thomas had 4. Shelby Vasquez with 2. Nikita Sam with 2. And Shania Mitchell with 1. That will do it for the Rubies Inn post-game report. Water Canyon advances, beating Whitehorse. We will be back with the Visit BryceCanyonCity.com player of the game following this break.
Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games is Utah's premier sporting event. The game is hosted by Southern Utah University, and we invite you to be part of the action. Register today and compete in a variety of events, from barrel racing, skeet shooting, basketball, track, arm wrestling, long-range rifle and pistol shooting, ultimate frisbee, horseshoes, swimming, and so much more. Find your event and register today at utahsummergames.org.
Welcome back. It is time for the Visit BryceCanyonCity.com player of the game. No surprise on this one. Melissa Jessup is today's player of the game. 5 points in the first half and came out of the second to start the second half rolling with 25 points total, 20 in the second half. She hit 2 threes in the third quarter and had 14 total in that frame. She got things going defensively and on the boards. She is the Visit BryceCanyonCity.com player of the game. We'll take a break.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
Yep, you're good.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon. The show runs every night. That's right, every night, from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
What's that?
Do you want to be part of the action?
Yeah.
Utah 1A basketball is Utah's best show.
Here's a pencil. Order your shirts today at 1aball.com.
Oh, God. So, Bryce, I'm David. You and Jackson will be doing this game. So he's probably got to cross gyms right now. So he might be a minute. I'll get us going for the pregame report. But I got to get these ads. I messed the ads up. It's all right. We're just having fun, man.